Cause we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience. Boil up with the cold hard hatred. I can feel the vibration. Feet in the streets, it's a new sensation. I wanna break faces on the pavement. I wanna make greatness look complacent. Adrenaline awakened, I can taste it. We can make an impact, grab and then take it. Like a disease, bring them to their knees. They for their disease. Rage is like a weed, spread into the streets. It's time to make them bleed. Cause we just want retribution. Let's go light up the darkness. Make true of an empty promise. With gods in the weak and harmless. Take to the streets and turn them to a mosh pit. Cause we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome aboard to the new episode of the Pittsburgh Pirates franchise, episode 14, I believe is what I put the title as. This is a viewer choice episode where you guys get to pick the opponent. Put a poll up on X and on the YouTube under the community tab. And the Nationals. It was between the Nationals, Cubs, and Marlins for the next 3 road series. And it was very close. The Nationals won by 1 vote over the Cubs, and the Marlins, well, as usual, they came in last place. But we won't talk about that. So we get to see the Nationals and this very young, very upcoming roster that they've got. And they're actually not half bad right now. Going into this game tonight, they're tied for first in the NL East. So they kind of got something to prove. I think we're 2 games out of the Central at the moment. And the National League Central, I'll get to that in the points, is pretty interesting to start the year. So if you like franchise content, make sure to like the video or the stream, whatever, and subscribe to the channel. As soon as we get to 400 subscribers on YouTube, we will have a merch giveaway. Custom made. Hopefully I'll learn to make it by then. Working on it. So custom made merch for me, like a little thank you box. I would call it a love box, but I'm pretty sure that's trademarked. Anyway, let's hop into the pregame notes before we get underway tonight. So there we are. Ooh, yeah. Okay. So the Pirate points for tonight are, let me highlight the right one here. Point number 1, for Oviedo. He has been such an unsung talent in this rotation. I feel as though he doesn't get enough credit. He's off to a good start this season with a 2-1 record with an ERA under 3. He is on the bump for us tonight, looking to continue his good season. Kind of betting on himself, if you want to look at it from that perspective. Point number 2, the top 4 hitting. So the top of the lineup for the Pirates have been very dangerous, with our top 4 hitters all hitting around 300. Nick Gonzalez, O'Neill Cruz, Brian Reynolds, and Spencer Horowitz. Like I said, hitting at 300 or around 300. The bottom of the lineup has some ways to go, but overall as a team, we're hitting pretty good. And I think that's been a lot to our success early in the season. And last but not least, like I said, keeping pace. The Cubs are winning. Every team in the Central, I think except for us, are above 500 in their last 10 games. So including the Cubs, who I believe have been 8-2 in their last 10. The Reds have been 7-3. We are 5-5, and I do not recall what the Brewers were, along with the Cardinals. But I do know that every team has been at least breaking even over the last 10 games, so we need to keep pace if we are going to keep up with the Cubbies. What's up, Brian? Yep, I got you pulled up as well. By the way, if you guys, and I'm not afraid to do this, I don't care. If you want to see some playoff baseball, Birdsong is playing his Dynasty by the Bay Giants franchise currently in Game 5 against the Dodgers. So if you want to go check him out, he is live at the moment of this sentence. So, Brian, you could, I know you can't hear me, but if you can, go ahead and put your link in the chat for me. So that being said, let's hop into this Nationals team. I did not recall if they made any moves in the offseason, any big moves, but we'll find out together. So let's hop into it here. Game time. We are 13-9, Nationals 14-8, and hey, lucky us. Nationals have their new City Connects wearing tonight. I did not even realize that. We got good hitting all throughout this lineup. Maybe I was a little wrong on that.
Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. We've got baseball on the show. It's the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Washington Nationals.
And just like I highlighted before, Johan Oviedo has been dominant at the mound as late. We'll highlight him in a second. Paguero has a 13-game hitting streak, so that's nice to see. Horowitz is being Spencer Horowitz. The bullpen has been good, and we are 5-1 over our last 6 games. So like I said, we got to keep pace with everything. Seems like the cats are fighting outside. Around the league, there you go. Very last game, like just literally in this game yesterday, Horowitz had 7 RBIs against the Marlins. So enough to be top of the league news there, along with Royce Lewis, Jonah Hyman, Brandon Montgomery, as he made his debut for the White Sox. And then on the farm, Bubba Chandler still doing good. That's all I got for him. Gene Groves, our number 1 pick in last year's draft, has a 4 ERA, but he is striking out a lot of hitters, so good for him. And then our top catching prospect, Sam Sinecor, who is kind of struggling to start off his Double-A debut, but give him time. Along with Tamar Johnson, Connor Griffin. We'll just look at the top 5. So let's get back into this. Johan Oviedo.
All right, Singy, let's talk about the man on the mound. He has been lights out lately.
You're not kidding, Boog. I mean, look at these stats. He's got hitters guessing on every pitch.
Look at these. He has not walked a hitter yet in his last 3 starts. He has not walked a single hitter. I'm sure I'll change that. But look how good he's been the last 3 starts. A 2-1 record, 20 innings, 18 strikeouts, no walks, an ERA just above 2, a whip of .8. He has been phenomenal, and he looks to keep it going against these Nats tonight.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this.
So dark out there in the outfield.
Just about to get started, and today's starting pitcher, Chris Paddock.
Yeah, his ERA last year was a little worse than
I like
average,
these DC
so
uniforms.
Definitely be looking for better results this season. You know, one of the keys is just being able to have a consistent delivery and to be able
It's
to
a little
repeat
rainy
that
here in
delivery
DC.
so
We'll
you
see
can
if I
hit
has
the
to
spots that you want to hit
play a
and
big
have
role
higher
in anything
chance
as we check out Chris Paddock, 30-year-old righty, 77 overall, just signed with the Nationals on a kind of a big 4-year deal. So Nationals improving their pitching, 4-2 on the year, ERA close to 6, so he's off to a very slow start. Let's see what he's done in his recent games. He actually has won his last 2 starts, so and he's given up 5 runs. So I mean, he hasn't been awful. I mean, 5 runs, the most he's given up this year. We've seen worse. We've seen worse. So that is who we are facing today. Nick Gonzalez
At the plate for
leading it off
Nick Gonzalez.
for your Buccos. Who else would we have leading off?
And that's through there for a strike. And we're underway.
The Nationals are first in the East, so that tells me the Mets may have lost their game. The wind's blowing in. Oof.
0-2 now as he swings
I'm not
through.
going a day without playing this
With
game.
some
That's
left
6
and
million.
fantastic work on the hill lately.
Even the best pitchers of all time have had stretches where nothing was working for him on the mound. Maybe he needs to have his turn in the rotation skipped or something. Get his mind right.
Gonzalez will strike out on 3 pitches. I got to continue my tradition of striking out every first hitter.
And the defense brings a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance,
get
him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Here's O'Neal Cruz swinging a hot bat. He has somehow clawed his average to above 300.
Well, here's a deal not everyone remembers. Cruz was actually signed by the Dodgers in 2015, but Los Angeles dealt him to Pittsburgh in 2017 for Tony Watson. That's a rare trade.
And Cruz is going to continue that hot streak. It's a little leadoff hit.
So they get a man aboard with
I'm sorry, not leadoff hit. First hit of the game, I should say.
Brian Reynolds here, one of the stars in the win yesterday, as he had 3 hits.
Let's check out the defense for
Reynolds with some impressive production lately.
You don't stick at the major league level unless you can string together consistently solid performances. Right now, he's showing us why he's lasted in the big leagues.
Okay, anyway, defense for the Nationals. James Wood, Jacob Young, and Stone Garrett around the outfield. Brady House, C.J. Abrams, Darren Baker, and Nathaniel Lowe around the infield. Keeper Ruiz behind the plate, and I do not know who they have DHing. Juan Yepes, who I believe is on the trade block, but Juan Yepes is DHing. I'm sure they're going to keep an eye on Cruz. Is he going to steal? I don't know.
Cruz stands at first with 1
Not
out.
really. Keeper doesn't really have a strong arm behind the plate. Paddock is pretty quick.
And it's 1-1.
Reynolds hitting .295 on the young season. There goes Cruz.
Pitch in for a strike.
He picked a really good pitch to go on that curveball.
I think that steal kind of sets the tone. Not
Third
just
stolen
for this
base
game, but for the
for
entire
Cruz.
series. First inning, game 1, so that kind of tells me they're going to be aggressive on offense and try to force the issue whenever
That was a
they
good
can.
pitch to swing at by Reynolds, but he did not. 1-2. And he is going to get that slider just ran in on him. And he will fly out to center. 2 down. Here comes the howitzer.
Here's the Pirates lineup now.
Oh, there's our lineup first of
A
all.
really frustrating showing for them in their last game. Lots of traffic on the bases, but they left a ton of runners on base. Couldn't cash in their chances, Chris.
They had plenty of chances.
We won the last game. Horwitz had 7 ribbies.
They just did a poor job converting in those
Speaking of which,
situations.
there's Horwitz now.
You have to figure out what's your plan going to be. Maybe watch some tape from the last game. Make the adjustments. So if you get those opportunities in this one, you've got a much better chance of scoring some runs.
Spencer Horwitz.
There you go, 4 for 5 with a homer and 7
Looks at
RBIs.
that one inside.
We definitely didn't lose that last game against Miami.
Horwitz went deep in his most recent game.
Runner in scoring position.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
So early on that.
1 and 2 outs, and 1 in scoring position. Comes up empty.
Looks like we're going to strike out.
Got him. Inning over on the strikeout.
I remember how to hit.
So
You do get a hit, no one comes around to score.
Now the Nats get their
Nats
first
coming up against
opportunity.
Johan
There's no score.
Oviedo.
You're watching Major League Baseball on the show.
Come on now.
Back here in Nationals Park. Our starting pitcher in this one, Johan Oviedo. What's the scouting report on
Good
him?
numbers for Oviedo.
Well, a very solid ERA last season, just a little over 3. And when you've got a guy like that,
Pitched a heck of a game against the Mets in the wild card series last season.
Score, 4 runs at
Did
least,
very well.
Really
just didn't have the
struggling.
offense.
So you know, more times than not, when he's on the bump, you're going to win the ball game if you just
So
do your
good
part
lineup
as an
here.
offense. So
Jacob
last year,
Young
great
leading
year.
it off.
He wants to repeat that or even improve. And I think there is some room for improvement.
He's going to go for a bunt. Hayes
from hitter to hitter.
not going to get there.
And he beats it.
Keep forgetting that Jacob Young is second in the National League in stolen bases, so it does not surprise me he bunts as
Highlight reel play at third, but
Of course, they do it perfect.
Still wasn't enough to get the out. Great effort to make that play as close as it was, though.
James Wood now at the plate.
Seems like he's making contact with everything.
Gotta keep an eye
lately,
on first
working
base.
on an 8-game hitting streak.
I expect him to go at some point.
Oviedo, an all-star a season ago. He features a four-seam fastball, a slider, a curve, a sinker, and he works in a changeup.
Well, we got to be careful to James Wood. He can hit the ball hard, hitting .295 this season. This Nationals team is not what we know today.
Check on the runner. Young back easily.
Base runner with a one-way lead right there. All he's trying to do is get a look at the pitcher's move. Had no intent of stealing on that pitch.
No dice over there, 1-1.
Get the call.
Typical umpire
This
squeeze.
is one of those situations defensively where you can't
Could
try
be
to
running
do
here.
too much. You got to make sure that you field the ball cleanly and get one out first. It's going to be tough to get two with this kind of speed in the batter's box.
There he goes.
Runner on the goal.
Joey Bart is ready for him, and so is Paguero as we gun out
Out at
Mr.
second.
Young.
You know, when you've got cooler
Let me go back to the
temperatures
bench,
like this,
sir.
sometimes
Nice
it's
try.
a little
One
harder
out.
to get some offense going because hitters just don't want to feel the sting in their hands. They don't barrel it up. So being
Nice job by
aggressive there,
Joey the
trying to
Bart
get into
Dart,
scoring position
or
by
Joey the
stealing a
Dart
bag,
Bart,
I get
whatever.
it. Sometimes you just have to try to manufacture some runs, especially in temperatures like this.
We got a 1-2 count to James Wood. That's a good
little
take.
bit low.
Really good take, especially with two strikes.
Oviedo back on a 1-year deal for us. And that's going to be caught by Horwitz. Nice play by the third baseman.
Martinez lined up for the Nationals.
Robbing Mr. Wood.
One guy swinging a
on
hot
multiple
bat
bases.
recently. Brady House.
Well, these days we know teams.
Have Riley Adams, Alex Call, Dylan Cruz on the bench, Luis Garcia, good contact hitter.
Make sure he doesn't beat you. So you know they put in a
we
little
got a
extra
day off.
time and
Not
effort
day wise
on
there.
how they're going to approach him. He can be a huge difference maker when
Defense
he's
for the
hot. So
Buccos
it's gonna be
tonight.
fun to
Reynolds,
see how
Cruz,
they
and
try
Billy
to
Cook
work
in
him
right
here.
field, giving Palacios a day off. Hayes, Paguero, Gonzalez, and Horwitz around the infield. Joey Bart, as we know, behind the plate. Kyle Schwarber DHing in support of Mr. Johan Oviedo.
Yeah,
It is a
foul.
rainy night in D.C. There's definitely not a full house. Not even close to a full
Two
house.
out, space is empty. Swing and a
Ball hit
fly
right
ball in the
field.
air
Cook
out
gets a
towards
good
right
jump.
center field. And that
He
is
will
that.
easily retire. Nice 1-2-3.
Scoreless
Technically
after
1-2-3 for Oviedo. 1 innings in the books here in wet, rainy Nationals Park. Let's go to the second. Schwarber due up first.
And we're back. New inning getting started. To the plate now for Pittsburgh is the DH, Kyle Schwarber.
Mr. Schwarber.
Schwarber working through some struggles lately.
He has struggled
Yeah,
a
they
little
say
bit.
baseball is a game of failure, and that's true even for longtime major leaguers. Sometimes you'll have
God, man,
frustrating
I'm so
pitches
ahead of
like
that
this,
circle change.
But he's an
Can't help
experienced
it.
vet. He'll probably right the ship soon.
Swing and a miss as he chases that
0-2.
one darting out of the zone.
Another powerful hitter I can't hit well with.
Breaking ball misses down and away.
1-2.
Boog, here's a guy at the plate I'm expecting to have a good game. He always seems to play better in road games.
Schwarber gets a hold of that one pretty hard, but the wind is going to knock that down.
Young.
As Young barely even had to move. I think they had the shift on. So a very loud first out.
This is Joey Bart.
Wind blowing in. Can't forget that.
Paddock,
Cold.
30 years old now, and he was drafted in the 8th round back in 2015.
Joey Bart swings the first pitch. That ball hit high and deep to left field, and that's going to bounce off the wall as Joey Bart strolls into second base.
Well, I'm not saying that play was easy, but
Stay
it
hard.
was harder than it needed to be thanks to the bad jump. Those small moments can be costly.
Baby Joey. First pitch fastball? Yep. Joey loves the fastballs. For the second straight inning, runner in scoring position.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Now batting Key Brian Hayes.
So here's Hayes.
Swinging a foul straight back.
He is definitely living up to expectations so far, hitting .319 on this young season. He's already got a home run in the books. RBI for every day of the week.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike two. Time to check on our umpires. Earl Hendricks calling balls and strikes.
Yeah, well-liked umpire, Big. Pretty consistent with his zone, so if you're familiar with him and how he
Earl
works, you
Hendricks
won't
behind
get
the
too
plate.
surprised by anything. Sometimes he'll give a little bit off the corner, but nothing too crazy at all.
Got him swinging.
Man, just going down on 3 pitches. Not good.
It's a pretty good
Third
pitch.
strikeout already
Top
for
of the
Paddock.
strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially
I gotta
with
do
2
better.
strikes, have to be ready to pull the
It's all right,
trigger.
Hayes. That's on me, man. That's on me.
So next to the plate for Pittsburgh, Leover
So here's
Peguero.
Peguero.
He's been on fire at the dish lately. Currently with a 13-game hitting streak.
That's outside.
Got a hitting
That's
streak.
ball 1.
13 games. He's got 4 home runs. Probably second on the team, I'm guessing. Maybe third behind Schwarber and Bart.
Man on second, 2 down.
Not really a power source as he's going to ground out.
Over to low. And that is
That's
that.
2 innings of us leaving runners in scoring position.
Pirates leave 1. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score.
Bottom 2 we go.
Back in Washington, D.C. Bottom of the second.
Such a young
Now it's
team
the
they got here.
shortstop, C.J. Abrams.
What's the bullpen look like in case it rains? Okay. Relatively good. Maybe Santana's not available, but anybody else is. C.J. Abrams leading it off.
Oviedo back to work. The shortstop takes the ball.
Totally forgot to look at Oviedo's
Oviedo
player card.
ready
We'll
to
look at it here in a
fire
second.
now.
This
In the
Abrams
air, left
flies
side.
out to left field.
Reynolds
It's going to be hard to
gets
hit a
under
home
it.
run in tonight's
Pulls it in for the out.
environment. 30-degree weather, wind blowing in. We'll see who blinks
Here's
first.
Juan Yepes. Here's a guy who's been struggling so far this year. It's only late April, but still hoping he'll turn it around soon.
So let's take a look at Johan Oviedo's 28-year-old, 79 overall righty. Fastball, slider, curve, sinker, and circle change. Had a good season last year. 11-8 with an ERA just a touch over 3. He's won 2 out of his last 3 starts, so you'd love to see that. Walked 5 in his very first outing, but then he hasn't walked anyone since, so he's a free agent at the end of the year. He's been part of this rotation. I mean, we'll see what kind of season he has
Check
here.
swing, and he went. It's 0-1.
0-1.
Tim Parker.
No score here in the
I don't know
second.
who Parker is. Gotta think control could be a problem with the ball being wet. I would to Yepes. DHing.
Swing. and
He
a miss.
swings at a dirty curve.
Bart
Bart will grab it
Bart collects, fires
and
the
throw him
first.
out. 2 down.
Two gone
First
following
strikeout of the night for
Take a
Oviedo.
look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a
Nice little
pitcher,
sequence there.
you can
Carve ball,
really expand
fastball,
the zone and
curveball.
see how aggressive that
Simple.
hitter's going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do
Yepes
is
has
hope
really
to foul
struggled
that
at the
off.
plate, so
Next to hit for the Nats, Stone Garrett. First
Wow.
pitch
Okay.
just misses.
Fell off to a great start.
1-0.
He's really cruising out there on the mound. He's got a chance to get through these first 2 innings with under 20 pitches.
Interesting decision.
That could set him up to go deep into this game.
Mr. Hendricks doesn't seem to know what the strike zone is. Interesting.
Swings and misses at the pitch.
Ugly
off
pitch,
the plate.
uglier swing,
There's a point
1-1.
where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
And that's ripped to
On a
right
line
field.
base hit.
2 out knock for Stone
And that
Garrett.
extends the inning.
Nationals team got a lot to prove this year.
And now it's Keibert Ruiz.
So do we. I mean, we kind of proved ourselves a little bit last year by winning the Central and making it to the postseason. Ruiz got some power. No threat to steal it first.
That just misses.
1-0.
Ball 1.
Bar really needs to slow down.
The runner at first with 2 gone.
Got a guy with good vision at the plate. Hasn't been hitting that well. That doesn't mean he will not capitalize on any kind of mistakes.
Up and in, and it's
2-1.
2-1.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Just getting underway here at Nats Park.
Next pitch
3-1.
is outside. Brady House in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here.
Who wants a fastball there? That might be why. Woo, got lucky there. Full count.
3-2.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
Now, he is swinging. Attaboy. Fly ball left field. Reynolds.
Gets under it. And the
Love it. Good inning for
is
Oviedo.
over. So 1 hit is all they get. We head on down to the top of the 3rd.
Keep her going.
We're tied, 0-0.
Whole bunch of zeros. Going to the 3rd.
And welcome back to the ballpark. Top half of the 3rd inning at the plate for Pittsburgh, Billy Cook.
Here's Billy Cook leading it off. Like I
First
said, giving
misses.
Palacios a day off. Usually just a defensive type player.
Swings through that
With
one.
The high
Bay in
fastball,
AAA working on
young
his
runners
swing.
can be hard to lay off
See Billy
of
Cook
because
getting more
you see
playing
it
time.
so well at eye level, but it's really hard to catch up and get that top hand to work on time.
And now 2 balls and a strike.
Oh boy, 2-1. He is hitting 250 though in his handful of plate appearances. And that average is going to go up.
Off the middle, that's a
He
base
rips a
hit.
single up the middle.
And that turns the lineup over.
Leadoff knock. Here comes Nick Gonzalez.
So the Pirates batting order turns over. Nick Gonzalez, the next Pirate to hit.
And right down the middle.
Fastball is in for a strike. Looks like the weather could actually play a factor in this one. It's coming down pretty good.
Yeah, it is, and it's not too bad yet.
I expect
but
a rain
the field's
delay.
not going to be able to hold up if the rain gets any worse than this. So keep an eye on the pitcher's mound as well.
Runner takes off.
Cook going
Swing
off.
and a miss.
And he's going to be thrown out.
Goes to show you stealing a base is a tough thing to do. And
All right, so the catcher's switching out, throwing base runners. Good tag, good throw, and I look kind of safe there, but good tag. What's that, Matty?
And down on
All right, that's a
strikes
strike
he
now.
goes.
Gonzalez strikes out again.
Strikeouts for him on the
2
bump
down.
today.
Yeah, that's a tough pitch to stay on. You
Good
don't
strikeout
want it
already
getting
for Paddock.
inside, and as you see that pitch continue to
We
run
are
away from you, by
struggling.
the time it's in the catcher's mitt, you think it's a ball off the plate away.
On the ground
Here's
right
Cruz. How's your day, Matty?
And foul ball. Top of the third, no score.
Offense resembles the weather.
Strike
Still
two.
can't hit the highest fastball.
Really tardy on
Saved
that
my life.
fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch. Can't catch up.
Righty delivers.
I don't care anything
Keeps the
about that,
at-bat
dude.
Going with a foul ball.
I really don't care. Inside, 1-2.
Inside. It really feels like we might be running out of time before a rain.
He loves
delay
all
is
the
called.
negative attention,
This
so
rain is
everybody's just
not
feeding it
letting
to
up.
him.
Yeah, and if we do get a delay, the unfortunate thing is the clock's going to start ticking
Inside,
on these
2-2.
pitchers, and they won't be able to keep their arms warm forever if it's a long break, and going to have to exit this game a little early.
Now, thankfully, we got some good arms in the bullpen. Cruz off
That's
the end of the
towards
bat, center
Young
field, but
sizing
Young
this
with
one
that
up,
speed.
makes the catch, inning over.
Closes in
No
on
runs,
it.
One hit, no errors, and no one left.
Well, we get another
move on
hit,
to
but
the
we can't bring
bottom
him
of
around to
inning
score.
number 3. No
A
score.
bunch of nothing. Truck day? That's every day for me, man. How big was your truck?
Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
Oh boy, there's our boy Spencer Horwitz getting 7 RBIs in the last game against the Marlins. That was simulated just before this game. Went 4 for 5.
Check swing, did he
Here's
go?
Brady
Yes, he
House.
did. Strike one.
0 balls, 1 strike.
Let's maybe get these guys warming up just in case the rain delay becomes a problem. Of course, we learned in the last episode that ball jammed right field, and that will drop.
Nobody can
Of
get there.
course, we
It's a
learned in the
foul
last
ball.
episode that especially the stamina rating doesn't matter in this game. Cade Horton, with a 74 stamina, got tired after 35 pitches. So, make it make sense.
Foul ball, it stays 0-2.
Just small truck, but very busy. Atta boy, Oviedo. Got that slider working.
Right there is just
Second
a pitcher's
strikeout for him.
pitch, tailing away from the hitter, lowing away with some good action at the end. You know, even if he gets the bat to that ball, it's probably just a weak ground ball to the opposite side. Tell you what, that's a tremendous 2-strike pitch.
And now up for Washington, Darren Baker. Good power, not great in the OBP department.
I noticed that
Not
They seem to be
close with
chasing
that
a lot.
1-0. Baker launched a homer in his most recent game.
60-36. It's not a lot of power. Dusty Baker's son, right? I'm sure he's here in
To the
attendance
right
as he
side,
grounds out.
Horowitz takes it himself.
Spencer steps on
Two
the
outs
bag.
again.
2 quick outs.
Now batting, center fielder, Jacob Young.
So the Nets lineup turns over. And now here's
And this
the
guy.
Nationals leadoff man, Jacob Young.
Jacob Young. 26-year-old. Contact is good. Vision and clutch is good. Fielding is excellent. He's got speed. Wow. A nice little player they got here. 286 last year. Okay.
He's one of the faster guys just by pure sprint speed in the majors.
He bunted for a base hit. His first at bat.
Right through there for
Brown
a
Hayes
strike.
just doesn't have the
Cold night
speed to get to
tonight,
it.
Last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front. So off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
Next offering is
Pretty
down.
good eye,
low.
1-1.
And now it's even 1-1.
To the young Jacob Young. Matty, Yankees play today? Atta boy, Jacob Young caught
And it's
looking.
a 1-2-3
Oviedo in
inning.
cruise
Nothing
control.
doing for Washington, and we are still
3 innings in the
scoreless.
books. No one has scored yet. Got a pitcher's duel here in rainy D.C.
Back here in Nationals.
Oviedo's doing
John
good. I'm sure we'll
Shelby
get a
with
rain
Chris
delay.
Singleton, and set to lead off the fourth, Brian Reynolds.
Don't think so. I watched the Rockies and Brewers game today. Wanted to
And
see
there's
Quinn
a strike.
Priester. The Brewers got lead from the Red Sox.
Ball one there.
1-1 to Brian Reynolds.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Atta boy. Right center field. Maddie, I'm glad you're here because we're going gap shopping.
Around first, heading for 2.
There's Brian Reynolds. We have a hit in every inning so far.
Man, those are
That
the
ball's
types of hits where
tattooed.
You don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever.
What at bat by
Such
Brian.
A good feeling. A well-deserved double on a great swing. Got everything going on time.
Now let's see if we can
Stayed
bring him
balanced
in.
and Squared it up about as well as you could possibly ask. Runner in scoring position now.
Here's
and
Horwitz.
A good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
Now it's going to be Spencer Horwitz.
A lot of
Foul
first pitch
off left
fastballs
side.
here. We can square one of those up. Gap chopping. Atta boy,
Line
foul.
drive, and
Just out ahead of that
ball.
changeup.
Fourth inning underway, no
2
score.
pitches we should have done something with. Okay.
Swings through that one.
Still
It's a
can't hit the
strike.
fastball up. So as long as he keeps throwing it there, we're never going to score.
Kyle Schwarber comes
Off
up to hit
strikeouts.
here.
Here's Schwarber.
So RBI spot, but Chris, this is a guy that is not really swinging the bat all that well here.
In this situation, you have a real good opportunity to get swings and misses.
Oh
If you
my
go with a
God, man.
strikeout, I think you attack
I'm having
him in
such
this
a hard
spot.
time hitting these off-speed pitches. He's hitless against Paddock, so that's not good.
Swing and a miss. No balls. Two
Apparently, we're just literally not allowed to hit the fastball
Try to get
at
it
all.
with The fastball slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
strike.
Like, literally at all, period.
So back-to-back strikeouts now, and they still haven't managed to do anything with the leadoff double.
Yeah,
We're gonna waste this runner again, aren't we?
Get careless here. You've done a really good job to get 2 outs after that leadoff double, as you mentioned, and just got to execute your
There's Joey.
pitches, and it's a non-issue.
Bart batting for the second time.
Had a double in
and
his
that's
first
strike
at-bat.
one.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
He is throwing first pitch strikes,
That
but
one
we are
fouled
literally just not doing anything with
There
it.
to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes
Good
the ball
timing.
away from him
Love
a
to
little
see
bit.
it.
Just not able to square it up.
The 0-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
Just like the last episode, this umpire doesn't know what a strike zone is, so
Reynolds
I
stands
feel like I have to
second
swing
with
at these
2
close
gone.
pitches.
Pickoff throw, and he's back safely.
No dice. A 1-2 to Bart.
Chases the changeup.
Just
in
can't
here.
get nothing, man.
Ruiz
Literally not allowed to make
fires
contact
the
with 2
first.
strikes.
That completes the strikeout.
We are striking
And
out
that'll
a
do it.
lot.
No runs, 1
That
hit,
is
a
7
double,
Ks for Paddock.
No errors, and 1 man left.
Through 4 innings.
And midway in the fourth, we're tied. Nothing.
Gets
nothing.
checked. Nothing there. Bottom of the 4th we go.
And we're back. Bottom of the inning. Now the left fielder, James
Let's
Wood.
get Horton sit down.
That
Hey,
finds
it's a
the
strike.
mark on the inside corner.
Well, these Nats just
Hi, boy.
lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. So many of their outs have come from weak
Both of us
contact
have been
on
pretty bad at
pitches
the
they're
plate.
chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations. And
Pitch
that's
0-2
what's true
to
again
James
today.
Wood.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Hitting is broken. Well, you can't hit nothing if you keep chasing, so
0-2 now.
Just like that. Oviedo gets wood.
Dominating strikeout.
Only his fourth K of the game.
3 pitches, and that's what a good power pitcher can do to you. If he's hitting his spots, filling up the strike zone, sometimes he bats over before it really begins.
I'm telling you, man, if Oviedo can get a potential bump, that would be crucial.
Nathaniel Lowe up to hit. He's 0 for 1.
This guy is dangerous. Good take, 1-0. That's why they have a saves leader.
1 out, base is empty.
I don't want to throw him a fastball. I can't remember which low it was, but one of them just absolutely mashes fastball. And I don't know if it's him or the other one. Whoops. Okay. Try to go up and away again. That's not up and away.
There's a swing and a drive.
Well, it's up and it's away as the Nationals will get on the board.
And forget it.
Nathaniel Lowe
And they
gives
jump
him the
ahead
lead.
In the 4th. It's 1-0.
This crowd is on fire right now. They're going nuts thanks to that home run. Well, he put a really nice swing on that one, and everything was on time, took a direct path to the ball, excellent extension, and just drove it out of here. Nothing better
That was a
than when
mistake.
the ball jumps off your bat like that.
Base is empty, 1 away. Here's C.J. Abrams.
When you throw it down the
Flying
dingling
to
like that,
left
he's going to
his
hit it far.
first time. Now fly
Abrams
ball
swings
to
the
right
first
center.
pitch, but we got a man there. 2 down.
Pulls it down, and there's 2 gone.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving
Wind
up
blowing
the home
in,
run.
30-degree weather.
Not allowing it to stay
Raining.
in the head,
Home
but
run.
going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
Sorry.
2 down, base is empty. And now it's Juan Yepez. He's
Here's
0 for
Yepez.
1.
We're really good at playing from
This
behind.
guy's got a great feel for his
that however you
breaking
want.
ball today.
So this is a good Nats team, too. This is not like the bottom cellar dweller Nats team that we know. These players have developed some. They've gotten some
2 down,
pieces.
nobody on. And it's
One of them just hit a home
0-2
run off of us, so
on the
hey.
designated hitter.
0-2. Yepez has already struck out on the curve tonight. I don't know where that fastball
It's a
went,
strikeout.
but Yepez missed.
Nats on the board first, courtesy of this solo homer. It's now
All right.
1-0.
Daniel Lowe puts him on the board. Fastball that just didn't. I shouldn't have thrown it. I shouldn't try to throw it up there, but that's all right. 1-0 Nats.
Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point.
Got to give the nod slightly to Chris Paddock. 7 strikeouts, hasn't given up a run yet. No walks. Paddock is locked in.
Paddock back to work. And that
Especially
one
when we just
fouled
can't hit
off.
nothing.
You know, these Pirates.
That's not
they're
true.
stringing
We have a hit
together
every inning.
bats when they have runners
We just
on,
haven't
but it
been
just
clutch.
hasn't happened for them yet. They've had their chances with runners in scoring position, but nobody's been able to deliver a big hit in those situations.
Strike 2.
And you got to
1-2 to
the
Hayes.
other side as well. They've been able to get out of a few tough jams, but frustration is mounting for this offense, no doubt.
Oh my God.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes.
He missed the first pitch on the good timing. He somehow made contact with that. Probably shouldn't have.
And now
That's
1
it.
and
One
2.
ball, 2 strikes. To Mr. Hayes. Looks like Brian's game's going good. He's whooping up on the Dodgers.
Swing
Off
and
the
a
edge of the
ground
bat
ball.
again. Baker
Fires
throws
over
out
to
Hayes.
first.
One down.
Well, I'm impressed with this guy's internal clock. He knew he had plenty of time to take that extra step, secure his grip on the baseball, and make a strong, accurate
It's
throw.
raining. The ball's slippery.
So digging in, Leover Peguero grounded out his first time. And that
Peguero,
is out of play.
13-game hitting streak.
Peguero measures 6 feet
We're gonna keep
even,
that alive.
25 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic.
Be nice to get a hit here. I'm swinging at everything tonight. Not gonna win if I keep doing that.
Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
Woo!
In the air, center field.
Good timing on it, but I felt like I really got into that one. You're gonna fly out deep center
He's got
field.
it, and there's two
Two down. 102 off the bat. Got under it.
And now it's going to be Billy Cook. 1 for 1 with a single so far. This is a guy
Billy.
who's in the lineup first and foremost because of what he contributes defensively, Chris. And when you talk about preventing runs from
Chris
being
Paddock
scored,
has just been really
this
good.
guy is a big
He's
contributor.
the ace. Well, I guess Mackenzie Gore's technically the ace of this team, but Paddock is still a good pitcher.
Next offering is fouled back.
I was always told it's hard to take you off the field when you play really good defense, especially at a premier position, and that's what he does.
Man,
1-1 is fouled off.
I'm just behind on everything.
The hitting's going to come around. He's going to figure it out. But right now, his big asset is the way he plays the game on
1 and
defense.
2. Nope.
And a swing
I knew it as soon as I
and that's
hit the
that.
button. So Chris Paddock is tearing us apart,
Bucks go
man.
down
That's 8
quietly.
Ks for
They
him.
still trail 1-0.
Got a 1-0 lead. Get back to it. Man, someone's got to break through.
Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well.
Look at those. Yeah, the Nationals have been good, man. 8-2 in their last 10. That's just as good as you can get, almost. Beat some good teams, too. The Mets, the Yankees, the Rays. They took series of the Rays. They took series against the Royals. They've had a tough schedule, and they're 8-2.
Right through there for a strike.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%.
That is a legit
That's
schedule
well
there.
above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Next
no
offering is
slouches
in
either.
for a strike.
Well, he didn't like those first 2 pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole, he's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
Oviedo. Not deterred by the home run. 0-2 to Stone Garrett.
0-2 now. Hacks and misses.
He gets
It's a
him chasing.
strikeout.
He carved him up.
Clearly just
6
anxious
strikeouts
right
for
there. Understandably so,
Oviedo.
0-2 count. You feel like you've got a lot of
Looked like it
plate
slipped
to
out of his
cover,
hand.
and you don't want to strike out, and you end up striking out. That's just one of
Love to
those
see it.
pitches where it's not over the plate, but because you committed to it as it was leaving his hand, by
He's
the
gotta do
time you
better.
realized it wasn't going to be in the zone, it's too late to hold up your swing.
K-Bert Ruiz digging in for the Nationals. Outside, and it's 1-0.
Still haven't walked anyone. So I believe that's, what was that, 26 innings without a walk? That's good.
And it's fouled away.
Ah, there it is.
Base is empty, 1 away. Last half of inning number 5. And misses inside.
Good one at the catcher. How's everybody tonight? Hope you're doing good. Weekend's right around the corner for some of you.
Swing
and a miss. 2 and 2.
2.
Well, at that velocity, if that's all you're seeing, 88, you can handle that all day long. That's what you get in batting practice. But off the velocity of the fastball, that is a very tough pitch to adjust
Ground
to.
ball.
That one down
Hayes
the
is
line.
there.
Zips
Plenty
it
of
to
time to throw
first.
out Ruiz.
Home
2
after
down.
the 5th inning, moving along, 2 quick outs. 2 outs, bases
Just now
empty.
joining in.
Brady House
You haven't missed
will
much.
hit
We got a
next.
good old pitcher's
Struck
duel.
out swinging his first time.
The Nats have a 1-0 lead off of a Nathaniel Lowe home run. But other than that, Oviedo's been good. Chris Paddock has been slightly better. I think that's a very safe assumption.
Fastball for a strike.
0-2, man.
0-2.
Good pitch count for Oviedo. Good pitch count for Paddock. As it is raining cats and dogs here. I'm kind of surprised they haven't called a rain delay.
2 outs.
Oviedo.
Strikes him out for the second time today.
Man, he is rocking and rolling. We got to get this man some runs.
Washington, they lead it 1-0.
Down by 1. Halfway done. Let's get some run. Oviedo's put on a clinic. Keep her going. Keep her going.
All set for the top of the 6th. Now here is Nick Gonzalez.
Tough night for Nick.
You know,
2
this guy's great
strikeouts.
speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
And a
1-0.
fastball
Just
misses
get him on
outside
base, that'd be
for a
cool.
ball. And that's ball 1.
We started off a hit in each of the first 4 innings. So we've had our opportunities.
That's inside.
No.
Struggled a little bit in this one. A couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this.
Haven't
at-bat
seen the
to get
Cubs
ahead
score at the
and
bottom of the
find
screen
a
yet.
Good hitters count at 2-0.
That
Not a
one
boy.
missed
Good
on
eye.
3
3-0 to Nick.
Expect for that guy to come right at you with a fastball, something in the zone, because he does not want to allow the leadoff walk.
Let's see if he gives him
Red
anything
light.
to hit here. That's in there.
Eating hot wings, getting plenty of
Well,
runs.
this guy on the mound's done a lot better than we would have expected, and the hitters
That's
just
disgusting.
don't seem to have the right game plan. They're taking too many mistake pitches for called strikes.
Oh, Nick.
Yeah, that's fouled off.
Hanging changeup. Just not seeing the ball. Paddock's worked his way back in. Good timing, too.
Gets a piece
I was
there.
real late
We'll
on
do
that.
it again.
Velocity dropped on that fastball. Has been throwing 95. That was at 92. Full count.
Swing and a
Nick
high fly ball
hits
well
it
struck
high.
left field.
Deep.
Expected.
Left field.
Cannonball coming.
Clear the deck. Cannonball coming. The Spanish hammer. Nick Gonzalez ties it up.
Second of the year. It's 1-1.
Well, that home run looks real familiar.
That's the lead pitcher's exhausted. He had to throw a lot of pitches.
Good at bat for
Still
Nick
gave up the
Gonzalez,
long
and he
ball.
is
That's a
rewarded
bad combo.
handsomely. We are tied at 1.
Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spent on some other pitches in this at bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
Not a boy. 379. Wasn't a moonshot, but it was enough to get on out of here.
It appears Dave Martinez is ready to dive into his
And I'm
bullpen
surprised
as he
Dave
comes
Martinez
out of the
pulling
dugout
Paddock.
to make the change. Chris Paddock will depart, and it's a tie ball game as he heads for the
I'd
dugout.
keep him out there, man.
With a
He's
new
been
arm
good.
After a quick break.
Gives up 1 home run to Gonzalez. You want to pull him? That's ridiculous.
Now on the mound for the Nationals, Bailey Falter.
Well, I got to think.
There is our old buddy,
extra
Bailey
in the
Falter.
tank facing his former team, and there's not a player in the
Went
league
to the
that doesn't
Nats.
get a little extra motivation when he plays
Got
against
the
his old
lefty.
squad.
Was in our rotation last season.
So it's all
And look at him, 28 years old. Good to see him still playing with the Nats. Hasn't been used that much, though. 2 games and only 2 innings. So nothing to really speak of. And they signed him to a big 3-year deal. So
tied up thanks to the home
they
run.
should be very
And
familiar
here
with each
is
other.
O'Neal Cruz. Swinging a foul straight back.
Here's Cruz leading it off.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Bailey Falter. I didn't think we'd see him. Cruz gets jammed left field, and that will drop over. Oh, okay. Over the left fielder, and Cruz wanted 3, but that's going to bounce into the stands, and we got a double.
You get to stroll into second base without having to worry about a throw or getting your uniform dirty.
Nice attempt out here in left field.
For the next hitter to kind of do the same thing, maybe put one in the gap so you can jog home as well.
James Wood giving it the old college try, and he just missed it.
Go ahead, run on base. Reynolds digs
Golden
it down.
opportunity to
1
score
for
here.
2. That to right. Garrett under it. Brings it in.
And Cruz testing the throw.
And
He will get there.
with 1 away.
We have to be aggressive here. Runner on third, 1 out now. Here's Horwitz.
Spencer Horwitz, the next Pirate to hit.
Struck out on just 3 pitches
Tough
last
night for
time.
Horwitz. Law of averages hitting him deep.
There's a strike.
4 for 5 with 7 RBIs, and literally the game before this one, now he's 0 for 2.
Fouled off. He was late.
Unfortunately, this is the part of our lineup where we have 2 lefties back-to-back. Schwarber's on deck.
Got him swinging. Huge
Don't know
strikeout
why,
there.
like, nobody in this game can hit the fastball up.
Right there, the infield playing back, and this pitcher has to
So,
step up and get the swing and miss.
big second
Really
out.
Nice job of attacking the hitter at
Here's
the
Schwarbs.
plate. Pretty big 2-out at bat coming up now.
And Kyle Schwarber will come up.
Oh, my God.
Swing and a miss.
That ball's invisible.
It's 0-1.
That ball is invisible.
And there's a breaking ball that drops in there. Action in the pen down there. Number 62.
So Salazar and
right
Scott
with a
warming
single
up.
baller. He looks
He's
to
got
be ready to
Salazar on the
set.
left and Scott on the right.
Also throwing.
Excuse me.
Just off the
Should have been.
outside corner. And the count is 1-2.
1-2. Cruz on third. And Schwarber is going to deliver. RBI single, and the Pirates get the
And
lead.
it's an RBI single.
Thanks
and
to
a
Kyle
2-1
Schwarber.
ball game now.
Big swing of the
Bye-bye,
bat right there to
Schwarbs.
give him the lead. That was clutch. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's
a
what
good
you're
one.
excited
That
to
was
get in
a
front of if you're
decent
an
at
infielder.
bat.
You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
2 outs. Runner on first. And now the catcher
Into the
comes
bullpen.
up to hit. Joey Bart.
All right, let's see here. Let's set Yarborough down. Do have some lefties coming up, so let's get some lefties ready. Here's Bart.
Pitches
2-1
And that's
Pirates.
strike 1.
We are fighting.
Swing and a foul out of play.
Didn't expect a lot of offense tonight because of the weather conditions.
That misses
The two
the
pitchers
zone.
were surprisingly
Now
well.
1-2.
Paddock's probably had his best
Way
outing
out
of the
the
year
zone.
here.
I think he's trying to speed him
And Oviedo's
off.
picking
Gotta
up
stay
where he
back.
left off.
Off speed's probably coming.
Oh my God.
This to
And
center
Schwarber.
field. Young coming on.
Wow, that is some range, dude.
And that is that. But 2
That is
runs
some
for 'em and
range.
they jump ahead. 9-1 and
We get
2
two.
scheduled to hit in
Nice
the
play
home
out
half
there
of the
by Young.
6th. It's the
We
Pirates
get the
2,
lead.
and the
Now we got to
Nats
keep
1.
it. Home run by Nick Gonzalez. RBI single by Schwarber.
Bottom of the 6th inning. Now it's the second baseman, Darren Baker.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team.
All right, Johan,
any
just
hope.
pitch like you've been
Just
pitching,
hope we
man.
can get
That's
through
all
this
you
inning,
got to
get the
do.
bats back up there while they're hot.
It's been working. Just pitch like you've been pitching.
Outside corner for a
Sinker
strike.
1-1.
1-1.
You got the bottom of the lineup due. Well, sorry, bottom/top of the lineup due.
That's strike two.
Tries to go for a bunt. That's Baker's speed. Oh, he's got good speed. 88. Okay. He's got good speed. Plays second and left. All right there. Oh my God! You gotta call it, man.
2-2.
Very close pitch.
Johan
there.
wanted
That
it.
was a big one. Clearly, he thought he got the inside corner on the mound, and he's showing his frustration a little bit.
Johan wanted it, but he didn't get it.
That's down and in.
Inside. Brian, appreciate the raid, buddy. I'm assuming you held on and won your game. Popped him up.
Up on the left side of the infield.
Hayes looking up at the rain.
Makes the grab, one away.
Baker is retired.
That was
One
a good
down
pitch
here
to
in the
hit,
sixth.
Right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
Last time I checked, it was like 7-1.
Jacob Young.
Now we got to do with Jacob Young again here.
Off the plate. Ball
1-0.
Well, the offense has gotten
One ball,
going,
no
and a
strike.
pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
The Pirates up by a
Ah, you
run.
live to see
here in the
another
bottom
day.
of the sixth. At 96, that pitch is in.
Saw that Lamont Wade leadoff home run. Seemed like it set the tone early. The curve 1-2. Oviedo has been finding the
That curve's
zone
been a big
all
pitch
game.
For him today, he's been able to get ahead in the count with it. He's also been able to use it to put guys away.
Just
That's the
misses
ball.
with that one.
You got to call, man. You got to call this. 2-2 to Jacob Young.
And the next
3-2 to
way
Jacob Young.
outside.
Put it back by Young as Oviedo looks to finish him off. Popped him up,
This one popped up.
and he will do just that. Peguero,
Again,
down.
snags it for the second out.
Now batting left fielder, James Wood.
Digging in, James Wood. Bowl for
All right,
two
Austin, get some
in
sleep,
this
man.
one.
I didn't even know you were
He's
here. I'm
someone that
sorry.
you
What's
might
going
not
on?
describe as having elite
Yeah, those
level
storms are great.
speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game.
Go get some rest, man.
But this guy's
Yeah.
definitely
There's
a
James
plus runner.
Wood.
What I love about him is that he
0-1.
goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the
Joe
elite
Bart's got
speed,
a
the
really
fact
good
that
game
they're
behind the plate.
consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths.
I have no reason
Next
to
off,
deviate
outside.
from what he's calling. Gotta stop throwing that there. 1-2. Talk about smack about your catcher, Patrick Bailey, not hitting him, hit a 2-run homer. I'm telling you, man, it's like a reverse jinx, right? That happens to me all the time. I'll be like, yeah, this guy's just not hitting. And then, bam.
Good eye in
No,
that
that's low.
spot.
Ball.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spin.
Let's talk about Nick Gonzalez earlier. I think it was right before you got in here. And I was like, he's over 2 with 2 strikeouts. He hasn't looked good at all tonight. And then he gets a
Two
home
down,
run.
Nobody on. Breaks his bat.
Firewood.
Pops it up. Hayes
Oviedo,
makes
6
the
great
grab, and
innings.
That's the inning.
We got a 2-run lead. Let's keep it going. 7th inning. Here we come. Here in D.C.
And the Nationals gone in order. And they trail it here 2-1.
Johan Oviedo.
Back at the ballpark as we take a check of the bullpen.
Look at that
so far
bullpen.
this season.
Okay. I mean, not a bad-looking bullpen. They're first in saves, second in ERA, second in earned runs, fourth for walks. They don't strike out a lot. And they're as mid as mid could get in innings. I think Oviedo can maybe go another inning. Falter back out there. 1-0 to Hayes. Probably not a good move for David Martinez to pull Paddock. Gives up the home run and he just pulls him.
That one missed.
2-0.
The next
3-0.
misses. Ball
Who was the one Dodger
This 3-0
RBI?
count, you're taking all the way. See if he'll walk
3-0
you.
red light.
Next offering is in for a strike.
3-1.
Ooh,
And
hey,
there's
that was a
foul
pitch.
ball.
Never heard of him. Kind of feel like he fleeced the Marlins. I don't think he fleeced the Marlins. I think I'm in the minority, Sean. I think that trade was okay.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the
You know,
case he
they
has the most
talk about
confidence
trading
in right
Sandy
now.
all the time.
Just couldn't
Sandy is
find
still
the
a good
strike zone.
pitcher.
Leover Peguero. The
He
next
does
to
demand
hit.
a lot. You sit back to him, a young first baseman, right?
That one hit to right. Garrett.
I know you sent Mateo and, what was it, Mountcastle? Who did you send him again? We're going to have only one
So
more
digging
shot.
in, Billy Cook, third baseman playing on the edge of the grass, looking for the sac bunt.
Here's Billy Cook.
And
Inside.
the first pitch misses for ball one. And a foul
What people
ball.
fail to understand about trades is that everyone's franchise is different.
In the
Inside,
dirt.
2-1.
Now 2 balls and a strike. Swing
see
and a
that?
miss, chased it out of the zone.
So a couple of pitching prospects in Mountcastle.
Feeling like you are in command.
I mean, that's a fine trade. That's a
On the
double
ground
play ball.
right side, 4, 6.
No, it's not.
But he
Billy
gets it.
Cook.
Good hustle. And the inning continues.
Way to hustle, Billy. Beats it out. Thought that was 100% a double play ball. But yeah, what people don't understand is that, you know, they base the trades that they see on real life. And when you look at your franchise specifically, Sandy Alcantara is going to have, like, he's at the end of his deal, I believe, with the Marlins. He's still an ace pitcher. He's still one of the best pitchers on the Marlins. He's going to demand a lot.
Well, if he's gonna steal
Mountcastle
second,
would fulfill a
you want him
need
to go
of,
early in the count. That way he's
you know,
not a
first
distraction
base
to
because
the
all they
hitter
got's
at the
Matt
plate.
Mervis
Go ahead
and
get
Jonah
it out of the
Bride.
way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
In the air, out
Little
towards
bloop zone. Nope,
center.
going to be caught.
He's got it, and that'll do it.
And then those prospects, I mean, just stock up the
So
farm
one left
system.
for Pittsburgh. They lead it 2-1.
Everyone's franchise is different. That's what people need to ask more of. It's like, hey, what's the situation?
Back in Washington, D.C., set for the last half of the 7th. Here's
Yes, 2 years
Nathaniel
remaining.
Lowe.
Well, I mean, does it? Okay, well, you could still make an argument that no reason to keep them there. If they're not competing, you might as well get them.
Outside,
That's a
and
ball.
that's
You might as well
ball
get
one.
him. You might as well trade him when he's at his highest.
That's in there.
I thought the trade was fine. If that means anything whatsoever.
Looking to get the tying run on base.
Woo, pretty slider. 1 and 2 with low.
Looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been
Orioles
able
need
to
a
commit to one
starter.
velocity and stay
You went to
there.
Miami. That was disgusting. Good stop by Joey Bart. He will throw out low. 1 out here in the 7th. That is strikeout number 8 for Oviedo. But you look at which both sides need, and you address that. You guys need a starter. You got a starter. They need, a little bit more development at first base, so they give him Mountcastle, and you gave him 2 pitching prospects. Almost agonizing over it. I do that too. Matter of fact, I just stopped myself last night. There was a very interesting deal that was proposed to me for G1 Bay, and I was like,
it's produced a few ugly cuts here and there.
maybe I'll do this deal. And then I sat and thought about it, and I'm like, wait, they don't need Bay though. That's the thing. They kind of don't need him.
Swing and a chopper.
Two down here in the 7th, man. Oviedo looking good.
Those plays can be tricky. They're routine, but that doesn't mean it's always going to
But
be
I really do overthink my trades because I just think it's fun. I want to follow my guidelines.
This pitcher's done a good job of disrupting the hitter's timing with a mix of pitches and changing speeds. You want to keep that front foot inconsistent for the batter. There's
1-0 to Yepes.
And that's exactly what you want on the mound.
1-0.
This will probably be Oviedo's last inning. What an outing he's had, man.
Lifted in the air.
A lot of these jam shots. Cook will grab it.
The catch. And
That will do it for Oviedo.
3 up, 3 down. That
It's
time.
like, I won't say the name of the guy, but there's a bigger franchise guy that I watch. It's not Mr. Hurricane, but there's a bigger franchise guy I watch. I don't really like him personally, but he's a franchise content creator, and so I like franchise stuff. But, like, he will say to himself, like, I want to keep this realistic. I want to keep it, I don't want to fleece the system. And then he immediately traded, like, a 35-year-old reliever for, like, a top 3 prospect in this team's organization. And I was like, you're not doing it right. But then again, it's also his franchise. He can do it however he wants. But
Falter back to work.
swing and a miss by Cruz.
It's 0-1.
0-1.
So, I mean, everyone has their own ways of doing things. If you want my outside opinion, Sean, I don't think you fleeced anybody.
That one missing inside.
I don't know what number those 2 pitching prospects were in your organization, but you got Sandy Alcantara. You got a bona fide ace. It's one of those 2. Both of them are good creators, obviously. Not saying they're not good. What a pick at third. And Cruz will be out, 1 out.
First out in the top of the 8th.
Ooh, your number 1 pitching prospect. Ooh. You might give up too much.
1 for 3.
But hey.
Well, both sides equally as strong.
But hey, I don't think they
not a
fleeced
good
you.
Time to try to turn him around with a relief pitcher and put him on the other side of the plate.
And that's outside. Base is empty, 1 away.
You got
And we're in the
Alcantara.
top
Didn't
of
you
the
get
8th.
somebody else in that trade too? Wasn't just him, right? Ah,
Swing and a ground ball out to short.
Reynolds is
Whips
retired.
it across. 2 up, 2 down.
2 quick outs here in the 8th inning.
Good slider inside right there. Batter fighting to get there, just rolled over it, got the ground ball.
Spencer Horwitz, the next Pirate to hit.
Rough night for Spencer, man. 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts.
He swings
Just-
and fouls one off.
Saw the ball really well, in the last game. Their best left-handed reliever. He's like 27, right? Because I looked at his card earlier. Or I looked at his card yesterday, and I think he's like 27. Headgummit, man. We're going to get a sombrero here.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Here's the 0-2.
Got such a good pitch, man. Rough night for Spencer. 4 strikeouts. I'm so sorry, man. That's on me.
It's the Pirates 2.
We got a slim 2-1 lead to work on. Let's go to the bullpen and bring in the holder man for the 8th inning. Yeah, so you got their best pitcher. Technically, he's still the ace. And then you got their best reliever. I mean, yeah, you're going to give up a lot for that. Relievers are valued so highly in the trade market. So, I think it makes sense that you had to give up a lot for him.
Last time up, got to put up more of a fight in this one.
First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Oof, 2-0.
Right now, behind in the count, 2 balls.
Colin Holderman, 30-year-old, 76 overall righty. Sweeper, sinker, and cutter. He is our holds guy. Probably hit 100 career holds this year if he keeps going. Randomly has a save, and he's randomly blown 2. But other than that, he's been good.
No free passes. You can't allow that.
Oh, right down the middle. Stone Garrett rockets that ball to center field. Nationals look to take advantage.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher.
Could have got Dylan Cease.
Down the middle, and those are the ones where you gotta.
Yeah, but you think that Padres, right? Yeah, Padres, they're competing. So, I mean, it doesn't make sense to go get a pitcher from a competing team. Here's Ruiz. 0 for 2.
Got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
Marlins have some solid pitchers in their organization.
Next offering.
Boy, 0-2 to Ruiz.
That is strike 2.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base.
Got some speed, but can't steal.
Right here.
Next offering is down low.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Nats fans very wet, but they're here cheering.
The 1-2. Foul off the plate. They'll do it
He
again.
stays alive.
Holding on to a 1-run lead here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. On the ground is short.
Oh, got a bad jump on this.
He is safe.
And of course, we can't turn a double play to save our lives. We are going to fall apart. Don't know how he beat that out. Ruiz, I don't know how he beat that out.
First and second.
But he did.
No outs. And now Brady House. There's 0 for 2.
Now we got to deal with Brady House. Has some good contact. He's going to bunt. Of course he is.
And a sack bunt here. Off balance feet. There's one.
We get the out at second. 1 out.
Great effort there.
Good play. Keep the double play in order. Nice play by Hayes there. 1 out.
Strong, accurate throw. Had to rush it, but he got it off, and he got it there in time to get that out at second base.
At the play, Darren Baker.
All right, time to get the simple little piss hit where they score.
Runners on the move. Squeeze attempt misses.
Had to squeeze us there.
Now
Oh, I was seeing how far you were off the plate, buddy.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boo.
Check swing. Oh, he said he went. 0-2.
And yes, he did. He went around.
called strike 3. Holderman with a big second out. Darren Baker's not had a good night tonight. Couldn't turn a double play earlier in the game, and he has not gotten on base. That's a strike, man. He owes us that.
Jacob Young digging in for the Nationals.
Now we got to do with Jacob. Good bunter. That's so good.
The most important one to Leo.
That's so good. That's kind of sus. That's so good. Like, even the shadows are right.
That was the point.
Even the visor.
Technically, the shadow is slightly off because I don't have the exact cyan.
Oh, he's not going to know that.
He wouldn't notice.
That's so good.
This is just one. 5 more.
That's sus.
I'm going to do Sigi next because I have all his colors.
Nice.
And the visor stays the same for everything.
He's
That
good.
misses. Ball 1.
Among Us.
1 ball, no strike.
Leo has
Big
an Among Us
Two out.
party.
Both the
Birthday
tying
party.
and go-ahead runs are aboard.
Yeah, Brian sees it.
Ha ha. This is just one. 5 more. Or 6.
Here's the pitch. It's a
Oh, he tried
double
to bunt
steal.
again.
Popped up and a foul ball.
Kind of got lucky. They have not done that well at all.
Snap throw to third. Gary back on a dive.
1-1. Fly ball
Out
center
there to
field.
center.
Cruz running.
Hard to get
And he
it.
got it.
Makes the grab. And that's the
Woo!
third
We
out.
top roped out of that one.
So the Nats leave a pair.
Nice
and
job
our
by
score
Cruz in
remains
center field. We
2-1.
keep the lead. 8 innings in the books. Crunch time here in Nationals Park. I thought that was going to drop.
We're back. It's the top of the ninth. And there's a new pitcher on the mound. Christian Scott.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Kyle Schwarber getting ready to hit.
All right. So here is Mr. Scott. We are going to get the closer ready. David Bednar's got a tough part of the lineup. Christian
And
Scott's
first
got to
offering
face
is fouled off.
Schwarber. And then Bart, I believe? No. Schwarber, Bart, and Hayes. Unless we get somebody on, Peguero's hitting streak is over.
Swings through the fastball up in the
1-2.
zone.
Schwarber had the big RBI single to give us the lead in his last at bat.
And that's off the inside edge. Now 1-2.
What's up, Tommy? I know, man. Smack it. I'd love to.
Cut on and miss.
Not going to do that, though,
And
because
a
I'm
strikeout
bad at
for
hitting
first
tonight.
out here in the
/
ninth.
every night.
Pitchers have become so
One out here in the
better
ninth.
at demanding that high fastball. It used to be that a lot of pitchers didn't like to throw it because it threw off their release point
Dadgummit.
and their mechanics, and they're aimed at keeping everything at the knees, get ground balls. But because hitters get a swing path that can lift
Joey Bart
balls
swings
at
the
knees,
first
up in the
pitch.
air and
2
over
quick
the
outs.
fence,
Christian Scott
those
has
pitches
actually
come
been
back
one of the
into
best
play,
relievers
and they
on
are
this
doing
national
some
team.
special things with it.
Up next for the Pirates, Key Brian Hayes.
Is this
Taking high in
online?
the
No,
draft,
this is
he's had that
franchise.
top prospect label
Gotta read the
over him
title,
since
my
he
guy.
put on a professional uniform, but at some point that starts to go
How you doing?
away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
And a first pitch fastball.
So here's Hayes. Let's see if we
in
can
for
get
a
him
strike.
on.
Not looking like they'll be
For
adding any
Peguero.
insurance runs heading to the bottom
For
of the
Peguero.
ninth, so it's going to be on the bullpen to hold this lead.
And Hayes
Fly ball
pulls
down
it
the
left
line.
field. There's a lot of speed in this outfield,
And
though.
makes the play, and that's out number 3.
So we go down
So
1,
no
2,
runs,
3.
no hits, no
Rip
errors, and no
Peguero's
left.
hitting streak.
2, 3, 4,
17
set to
games is
hit
good.
In the bottom of the ninth. It's the
be a
Pirates
win
2
here.
and the Nats 1.
Let's go to the bullpen.
So there it is. The crew chief has made the decision, and they're going to delay the game. The weather just too much to keep playing right now.
But
Well, hopefully the break isn't too long.
What?
I think this could pass through.
I don't know who's
pretty
pitching.
quickly, but I'm no weatherman. I do know this. These pitchers want to be able to stay in the game.
in the
so
ninth
we'll see.
inning. Now you want to call the game. I don't know who's pitching. I guess we'll go current. Okay.
We welcome you back with good news. The tarp is off the
30-minute
field.
rain delay.
It
Here's
is
David
done raining
Bednar.
here at the ballpark, so we can get back to
I was
action.
so confused.
David Bednar, the new pitcher after a short delay, and we're ready to play ball. James Wood digging in for the Nationals. 0 for 3 in this one.
Oh, that was interesting. That's all right. We got it.
And he comes over
Bednar,
the right
one
side.
pitch. Horowitz, nice play,
Tosses
and they
to
get
the
Wood.
pitcher covering the bag.
What
And
was
the
that?
leadoff man retired here in the ninth.
One down here in the
That's why
ninth.
you hug the lines on the corners late in the ball game.
What
like
was that?
this.
Was that?
Position
What sound was that?
Up now for Washington, Nathaniel Lowe. He's already homered in this game. And there's no doubt that they'll feed off the energy from this crowd, right?
I mean, yeah, I'd say the intensity
All right,
has
here's Lowe.
gone up a few notches for sure.
That one hammered, but pulled foul.
Please don't throw one down the middle. I don't want to throw you a fastball, though. I really don't.
On the ground to third.
I don't think anyone left. To be honest, I think it's the same crowd size.
Trying to close out a one-run lead. And the home team trying to pull it out.
An 0-2 to Low here.
And that's
No dice. 1 and 2. I don't want to throw a fastball. I'm sorry. I just don't.
One down, bases in.
Oh, that was...
Fights that one away, still 1-2.
Okay. Let's don't do that again, can we? One and 2. Ground ball. Horowitz. Good stop again. Flips over to Bednar. 2 down.
Pitcher covering the bag.
What is that
And they
a
do
sound?
get the
I got to get
second
rid of
out
that.
the inning.
This is what it's all about on that right side of the diamond. When you
Two
got
great
first
plays by
baseman
Horowitz.
involved in the
Hasn't done
picture as
anything at the
well.
plate, but
First
good
baseman does a
defense.
Great job, knocks the ball down, gets away from a little
2
bit,
down.
doesn't panic. The pitcher's exactly where he's supposed to be. Nice
Everybody's
speed
wet.
and
Everybody
a
wants to go
nice
home.
play for the out.
We don't want extras tonight.
Last chance for the Nats in this one. C.J. Abrams digging in for the Nationals as the Nationals are down to their final out. That's
There's
all
Abrams.
mark. 1-0.
By the way, check out David Bednar, by the way. 31-year-old, 77 overall closer. Fastball, splitter, curveball. He's been good this year. 6 out of 7 saves. Randomly has a hold. Don't know why. ERA just above 3. Came back to us on a 1-year, $7 million deal.
A one-run lead here in the last half of inning number 9. Next offering is in for a strike.
Not an exciting game, but hey, it's a game. I have no idea what the next episode is going to be. We might go play the Cubs anyway.
Swinging a foul back, and that's
Maybe the next
out.
episode will be at Wrigley to face the
Tough
Cubs.
Pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
The Nationals down to their final strike.
Oof. I'm kind of sitting on that. A little more inside.
2 outs. Good job to fight that one off.
He is sitting on that curveball.
Two down, nobody on.
Whew.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability
Fastball
to
again?
foul off tough pitches.
Popped him up.
Popped up.
Figueroa should glove it.
And he's got it. Ball
And the
game.
Pirates.
The Pirates hold on to win a tight one as
Get a
this
win.
one ends as a one-run ball game.
We are hot.
It's always
We
nice
keep
to
pace
grab
with the
that
Cubs in
opener
the
of a series.
Central.
You come into a new ballpark and just sometimes
Raise
things
the
aren't
Jolly
as
Roger here in
comfortable as what you
DC.
get used to. The mound doesn't look straight. The background isn't
Not
what you
exciting
like,
game, but
they
hey, it's
didn't
game.
let any of those
Final
things
score,
distract them.
Pirates
In
2,
fact, it looked like
Nationals
they were playing a
1.
fun game.
Oviedo was
Excellent job to
excellent
set the tone
tonight.
for this
Falter
series.
gets the loss. Chris Paddock, who started for the Nationals, was very good. Very, very good. Bednar gets the save. Not a lot to talk about in this game. O'Neal Cruz gets on base again. He continues his hot streak. Nathaniel Lowe hitting this solo shot, giving the Nats a 1-0 lead at that point in time. Gonzalez counters with his own solo shot, the Spanish Hammer. Hammering one out to left field. And then Kyle Schwarber with an RBI single, 2 out RBI single up the middle, giving us that 2-1 lead, and the score would hold. So Oviedo definitely player of the game. 7 innings, 3 hits, 8 strikeouts, didn't walk anyone. So Oviedo's now gone 28 straight innings without giving up a walk. That is fantastic. Give up 1 earned run. Bednar, like I said, gets his 7th save. O'Neal Cruz 2 for 4. Gonzalez, Reynolds, and Bart each with a hit. And then over on the National side, Nathaniel Lowe 1 for 4, and Stone Garrett with 2 hits tonight. Everybody else has been kind of just hush, hush. So, raise the Jolly Roger. We keep pace with the Cubs. Next episode will either be at Wrigley to take on the Cubs, or I'm doing something else. I don't know. We'll figure it out tomorrow night. So, let you guys know. I appreciate you guys voting on this, by the way. Thank you to everyone that voted on X and on YouTube. You guys picked this game. So, good choice. Nationals were a tough team. We'll probably do this again in another couple episodes. Or if the situation presents itself, we will do it again as well. We'll do it more so you guys can interact. So, if you like franchise content, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. We are on the way down the lonely road of 400 subs on YouTube, also on Twitch if you want to follow there as well. Join the Discord. It is in the description where you could keep up with everything about the Pirates franchise and talk about your franchise. So, thank you guys for being here. We will see you in the next episode. Let's go, Buccos.